Lean, lean, and lean once again. What's up, 23% Nation? This is your man, Coach D. Today, I'm back with the Success Saturday video series, where here we discuss exactly how to be successful while on the 23% Challenge meal plan. Now, guys, today I have something very special in store for you today. We're going to answer a very popular question, which happens to be, Coach D, what can I eat on the vegan lean plan? So guys, without any further delay, let's go ahead and dive just a little deeper. All right, but as always, I do have objectives, meaning things I need to do, meaning information I need to convey to you. So as always, I have two objectives, the first of which is Coach D's tip, which is basically a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of support. After all, I do want you to be successful. Now, my second objective is rather long-term, and that is to save 1 million animals. That's right, guys. Coach D is looking to save animals. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and tackle Coach D's first objective, which is short-term, which today is all about the vegan lean plan. Now, guys, I've been getting some great feedback on the first video, part 1, but somebody asked me, they said, Coach D, you gave a lot of good information and you really explained it very well, but what it was lacking is, what in the world can I eat? After all, you're talking about eating plant foods and lifting weights, but you never told me exactly what I'm allowed to eat. So ladies and gentlemen, 23% Nation, that is the premise of today's video. Today we're going to get a little specific and we're going to find out exactly what types of foods we're allowed to consume while on the vegan lean plan. So let's go ahead and dive deep. Now, as a reminder, because some people may not have seen part 1, some people may be brand new to the 23% Challenge meal plan. So for those individuals, let's get them up to speed. Guys, what in the world is the vegan lean plan? Well, to answer that question, here's what you need to know. It is a plant-based meal and workout plan designed to help you get lean, lose weight, or lose inches. Or, if we want to be a little funny about it, ladies, we're going to help you get rid of those muffin tops, and fellas, we're going to help you get rid of the man boobs. That's right, guys, in only 7 days, 1 week. Now, ultimately, this is a plan, this is a strategy, it's a roadmap to help you get to your goals of weight loss, but in a very healthy way. Now, I do have to say that results are not guaranteed. However, I can tell you this, that if you follow the plan, chances are you will get your desired results. All right, so now let's dive into the meat of the video, right? So guys, here is the question that we really need to address. Coach D, what do I eat while I'm on the vegan lean plan? Well, I'm happy to say that you basically get to eat the entire rainbow, starting with all fruits, all vegetables, all legumes, meaning beans and peas, all nuts and seeds, and let's not forget about whole grains. Now, if we want to sum this up, basically we're going to be eating from the 5 food groups of plant foods, which are listed right here: fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts and seeds, and whole grains. So now what I want to do is I want to be even more specific, right? Because after all, that's what you came here for. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the most popular fruits that everybody seems to love. Ah, for those of us who love mangoes, right? You can go ahead and eat mangoes. Or what about pineapple? Yummy. Or what about strawberries? Even more yummy. So guys, now that we've seen these mouth-watering images, let's find out exactly what type of nutrients these fruits are providing. First up, guys, fruits are going to be an absolutely amazing source of vitamins. Now, you may not know this, but guys, there are basically two different types of vitamins. You have fat-soluble vitamins and you also have water-soluble vitamins. I'm happy to say that fruits provide both types. Next up, you're going to get simple carbohydrates as opposed to complex carbohydrates. Now, when we talk about the simple carbohydrates, basically we're talking about fructose and glucose. By the way, for those of us who are interested in a very healthy and a very natural pre-workout, let's say something to eat, ladies and gentlemen, 23% Nation, fruit can serve as an amazing pre and or post-workout meal. Why? Because it provides simple carbohydrates, which basically means they're going to give you quick, fast energy. Also, they're going to provide you with antioxidants. Now, very quickly, antioxidants are basically those nutrients which come from plants that do a good job of deactivating free radicals. Believe it or not, fruits are also going to provide us with minerals. That's right. And the good thing is that they provide us with both types of minerals, major and trace. Now, for those of us that are wondering, Coach D, where am I going to get my fiber from? Well, guys, fruits contain lots and lots and lots of fiber, to the point where it's not always a good idea to, let's say, peel your apples. Why? Because the majority of the fiber is found in the apple peel. That's right. Now, a lot of people may say, well, Coach D, what about water? Am I allowed to drink anything else besides water while on the vegan lean plan? Well, guys, the answer is no. I'm sorry. The only beverage that you are allowed to drink is water. Now, 23% Nation, I know some of you are going to give me a little bit of a pushback on that. And you're going to say, well, Coach D, I don't like water. I don't like the way it tastes. Well, if you don't like the way it tastes, that's okay. Here's my recommendation. Eat more fruit. Believe it or not, guys, most fruits, most wet fruits, or we can call them fleshy fruits, have a very, very large water content. That's right. So rather than drink your water, you can actually eat your water. Now, some of you may still be wondering, well, Coach D, which fruits contain the most water? Well, I always say go by the weight, meaning if it's a heavy fruit, then yes, it contains a lot of water. So which fruits contain the most water? Well, think about it. Think about your melons, right? Watermelon, honeydew melon, cantaloupes. Those are very large, heavy fruits, which ultimately mean they contain lots of water. So how do you get your water while on the vegan lean plan? Number one, you can drink it, of course, but then number two, you can eat more fruit. It's just that simple. And last but not least, fruits are going to be an amazing source of phytonutrients. Now, basically, these are nutrients that come from plants, and they do a really good job at not only keeping the plants healthy, but once they enter the human body, they do wonders. So there we have it, guys. We now know that while on the vegan lean plan, yes, you can eat mangoes, pineapples, strawberries, you name it, you can have it. Now, let's talk about our vegetables. Now, before we dive deeply into vegetables, I basically want to let you know that when it comes to vegetables, not only are they amazing, but we can kind of classify them into a few different groups. But for today's video, I basically want to stress the root vegetables from the leafy vegetables. So, what are some of our favorites? Guys, how about broccoli? A lot of people love broccoli, right? And so guess what? Yes, you can eat it while on the vegan lean plan. What about carrots, Coach D? Can I eat carrots? Of course you can eat carrots. I love them, so go ahead and eat them. And what about good old sweet potatoes? Right? A lot of people shy away from sweet potatoes. Why? Because they think it contains too much sugar. Well, guys, you couldn't be more wrong. Yes, they do contain sugar, but they are absolutely full of other nutrients. Now, let's talk about these nutrients in particular. So, yes, your vegetables are going to provide your vitamins, both fat soluble and water soluble. And check this out. Vegetables, but specifically the root vegetables, such as carrots and potatoes, are going to be an excellent source of complex carbohydrates. Now, this is especially important for those of us who may be endurance athletes, right? Maybe you're a runner, maybe you're a cyclist, and you need to maybe do some type of carbohydrate loading, right? Well, guys, root vegetables, carrots and potatoes, parsnips, right? Turnips, right? Beets, right? They do an amazing job with providing the body with a lot of energy. Also, for those of us who may have a very hectic schedule, and maybe just maybe you need a lot of energy. Why? Because you don't have time to sit down and eat lunch, or maybe you only eat once a day or twice a day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important for you to eat your root vegetables. Why? Because they do an amazing job at providing the body with a lot of energy. Also, yes, they will provide you with antioxidants, which once again deactivate free radicals. Yes, they do provide you with minerals. You see, a lot of people wonder, well, Coach D, if I'm not taking in any animal products or meat, then where am I going to get my minerals from, right? What about calcium? What about phosphorus? What about magnesium? What about iron? Well, guys, stick with your vegetables and trust me, you'll get all the minerals that your body needs. Once again, for those of us who are wondering, Coach D, what about fiber? Well, don't worry, guys. Vegetables provide lots and lots and lots of fiber. Now, here's something that you need to know, is that basically there are two types of fiber. You have soluble fiber and you have insoluble fiber. Let's not concern ourselves with the difference, although I do know that once you take in fiber, you are doing your digestive system an amazing thing. Basically, I like to consider fiber to be nature's plumber. In other words, it keeps your tubes clean. And last but not least, vegetables are going to supply the human body with lots and lots of phytonutrients. All right, now let's talk about our third food group, which are the legumes, which basically translates to beans and peas. So, if you like black beans, if you like green beans, and if you enjoy kidney beans, then guess what? You can eat all of those and more. Now the question is, Coach D, which nutrients come from legumes? Well, once again, your legumes, your beans and peas, are going to provide you with your water-soluble and your fat-soluble vitamins. Also, they're going to provide you with your carbohydrates, but more specifically, these are the complex carbohydrates, very similar to the complex carbohydrates that we found in our root vegetables, right? And yes, they will provide you with fiber. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a natural laxative, if you're looking for a natural way to reduce your blood cholesterol levels, then definitely consume more fiber. And yes, they will provide the body with antioxidants. Now, I've already said that they deactivate free radicals, right? But the question is, what does that translate to, Coach D? Well, guys, when the body deactivates free radicals, that basically serves as a way for the body to fight off cancer, diabetes, and yes, heart disease. Now, once again, a lot of people are wondering, Coach D, where am I going to get my calcium, my phosphorus, my magnesium, my iron, right? Well, guys, just eat more legumes. And here is the big one. A lot of people, 23% nation, I hear you. You are going crazy about protein, right? Well, here is the very, very good news. Legumes, meaning beans and peas, are going to be the best source of protein for the human body. Now, let's remember something. Plant protein is a little different from that of animal protein. Now, one of the reasons why is because plant protein is not accompanied with cholesterol and or saturated fat, which comes from animal products. So guess what? This protein that you're putting in your body that comes from plants is cholesterol free and saturated fat free. So that in and of itself is amazing news. And last but not least, yes, you will get more phytonutrients. All right, now let's turn to our nuts and seeds. So, if you enjoy almonds, what about cashews, one of my favorite nuts? And what about pistachios? Well, guys, if you enjoy almonds, cashews, and pistachios, well, yes, the vegan lean plan is definitely for you. Once again, you're going to get your vitamins. You will get your carbohydrates and your fiber. Now, here's something new. Notice that I didn't necessarily talk about fat that much, going through fruits, vegetables, and legumes, right? Well, for those of us that are wondering, Coach D, where am I going to get my fat from? Turn to your nuts and seeds. But here's the thing. You got to understand something, that the majority of the fat that comes from nuts and seeds is unsaturated fat. So this is the good fat. This is the type of fat that's going to do the body a lot of good and very, very little, if any, harm. So please don't be overly concerned about the fat content of nuts and seeds. Now, here's one major benefit of the fat from nuts and seeds is that it keeps the body satiated for a long time, meaning you won't necessarily have to eat as much. Why? Because you will feel a sense of satiation. Also, a lot of people once again are wondering, Coach D, where am I going to get my minerals from? My iron, my calcium. Well, guys, nuts and seeds provide lots and lots of minerals. Again, we are consumed with protein, right? Or maybe I should use the word preoccupied. Well, guys, once again, nuts and seeds will provide the body with plant-based protein. Now, one of the major advantages of the protein from nuts and seeds is that no, it is not accompanied by cholesterol, and it is not accompanied by saturated fat. If anything, the fat is unsaturated. So go ahead, gobble down the nuts, gobble down the seeds. And yes, nuts and seeds will provide you with your antioxidants and phytonutrients once again. And now let's talk about our very last food group, whole grains. So if you love corn, if you like oatmeal, and if you enjoy brown rice, then guess what? All are allowed while on the vegan lean plan. So go ahead, eat your corn, eat your brown rice, eat your oatmeal. Now, what are these foods going to provide? Lots and lots of vitamins, both fat soluble and water soluble. They're going to provide the body with complex carbohydrates, right? Now, once again, if you are the type of person who lacks a little bit of energy, maybe you get tired more often than not, right? Well, maybe, just maybe, you're not putting the right foods in your body. So that's why on the Vegan Lean program, we are going to start eating more whole grains, which are going to provide the body with complex carbohydrates, which will provide the body with a sustained level of energy throughout the entire day. And yes, they do provide fiber, which, as I always call, nature's plumber. And yes, the whole grains will provide the body with a little bit of fat. Don't be too concerned about that. It's just a little bit, I promise. You're going to get your minerals, both trace and major. Now, once again, a lot of people, 23% nation included, we're always concerned, we're always overly preoccupied with protein. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that whole grains provide lots and lots of plant-based protein, which not only can help you build muscle, but believe it or not, guys, more plant-based protein is going to help strengthen your immune system and it's going to help your hair and nails grow faster and longer. And last but not least, whole grains will provide the body with our antioxidants and our phytonutrients. So, 23% nation, some of you are now more clear. I answered the question, what can I eat? So guess what, Coach D? I am a believer. How do I sign up? Well, guys, the good news is that I have teamed up with Fiverr.com. And yes, I have my own gig there, which basically states that I will create a 7-day plant-based vegan meal plan specifically for you. Now, here's the good news. It not only comes with the meal plan, it comes with a nutrition report, meaning I'm going to let you know exactly how many calories you're going to be consuming, plus I'm going to give you the number of grams of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, plus fiber, and maybe even sugar. And then on top of that, you're going to get a health assessment and yes, a good old workout plan. All right, now let's kind of switch gears. Let's now talk about Coach D's long-term goal, which is to save 1 million animals. Ladies and gentlemen, I came across some startling information from vegancalculator.com. Once again, vegancalculator.com. Now here's what they have to say about a whole food plant-based diet. The website reports that eating a 100% plant-based diet, or in this case, meal plan, for 7 days saves 7 animals. That's right, guys. We're looking to save animals. And how can we do that? It's easy, by eating more plants. Now, if you want to visit the website, go ahead, click on the description box. There is a direct link right there. It'll take you. There'll be an online calculator and you can actually determine how many animals you can save based on 2 weeks or maybe based on 1 month, 6 months, or maybe even a year. So obviously the longer you're plant-based, the more animals you will save. Now, a lot of you may be saying, all right, Coach D, I like your plight. You want to save animals. I love animals. I'm on board. But what I really want to know is, what kind of animals are you looking to save? Well, guys, I'm looking to save basically 2 different types of animals. The first animal, or shall I say the first type of animal that I'm looking to save, are those animals that we as humans eat as food. So yes, I'm talking about the farm animals, the cows, the pigs, the chickens, right? The lambs, the goats, the bunnies. Now, the other type of animal that I'm looking to save are those animals whose natural habitats are destroyed due to the standard American diet. So yes, I'm talking about all the animals that live in our oceans, all the animals that live in the jungles and the forests, right? The deserts, right? Here's something that I recently came across after watching a movie, Cowspiracy. They say that animal agriculture is the biggest contributor to species extinction, air pollution, water pollution, ocean dead zones, and desertification. Now, basically, animal agriculture is a two-headed beast. One head pertains to the fact that people are artificially creating more and more animals to be used as food. And then the second head of this beast is the fact that more and more land has to be cleared in order for crops to be grown to now feed to these animals, which will then feed humans. Guys, When you clear land, you destroy the forests, you destroy the jungles. Also, you pollute our oceans, right? So that's why it's reported that animal agriculture is the biggest, most dangerous source of greenhouse gas emissions. So, what types of animals is Coach D looking to save? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking to save all the animals. I need your help. 23% Nation, it's time for you to step up. Actually, I need the help of 145,000 people, believe it or not, to participate in the 23% challenge meal plan. Now, guys, I do understand that this particular video is aimed specifically for people who want to do the vegan lean plan, but then there's also the vegan bulk plan. That's right. So whether you want to do the vegan lean or the vegan bulk, it doesn't matter. Why? Because each plan is only 7 days long. And remember, eat plant foods for only 7 days, you save 7 animals. All right, some of you are stepping up to the plate and you're now saying, Coach D, I want to help. Why? Because number one, I want to improve, I want to lose weight healthily. And number two, I want to save animals too. So once again, I've teamed up with Fiverr and I've created my own gig, right? It'll simply say, I will create a 7-day plant-based vegan meal plan specifically for you. Whether you want to do the vegan lean or the vegan bulk, really doesn't matter. Now, there's no need for you to go searching all over the internet for my gig. All you have to do is click on the description box. There is a direct link right there. So click on it, fill out the information, of course, pay the price, and I will hook you up. It's time for our question of the day, which comes from yours truly and the rest of the 23% Nation. We have inquiry minds. So we want to know, what can you eat on the vegan lean plan? Now, I've already gone over it in detail, right? So go ahead, write your answer in the comment box below. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well, and please don't forget to use our 3-word mantra. It's hashtag eat more plants. And while you're at it, drink more water. As stated earlier, my name is Coach D. I'm signing out. Always remember to take care, God bless, and never ever forget that Coach D loves you.